Welcome to the You Two Scare Me podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Felice.
And I'm Andy, and we are coming to you from Key West, Florida.
Yes. Howdy from Key West, Florida.
We're a little rusty.
We are rusty. Okay. So we batch recorded a bunch of episodes kind of throughout the summer. And then we basically haven't seen each other all summer. Like all of our trips have been overlapping.
Yeah, it's been awful. There's been a piece of my heart missing.
I know. I hated it.
Yeah, it was terrible.
But we're back together.
Yeah, but
and we're ready to rock and roll.
Well, now we are after who knows how long this took us to get set up.
Yeah, and we're trying to figure out our setup with a camera so that it looks good and sounds good. And we're working on it. Maybe we have it this time. Let us know what you think if you see this and hear this at the same time. Or whatever.
Let us know.
Andy, okay, so while we were apart, I spent a lot of time working on our TikTok account.
Yeah, girl.
And I have some exciting news.
Okay, tell me.
We had a viral video.
Woohoo!
I asked the masses a question about cryptids, and we are almost at 1 million views.
Oh my gosh.
I think right before I came over here, we had 7,000 views left to go until we hit 1 million
Oh
views.
my gosh.
Isn't that fun? That's never happened before. I never
amazing.
really thought that would be us.
TikTok star.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we're very young and hip now with the TikTok.
The TikTok.
If you haven't seen our TikTok account, actually, it's pretty good, I think.
It's great. It's all Felice.
It's fun and funny. Oh, you're about to be, trust me, you're about to be coming on TikTok more too, whether you want to or not.
Oh, she's really trying. She's been trying for a long time.
Yeah, well, I'll drag you in there. So, how about you? What you been up to?
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Well, there was a birthday, mine.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And Felice got me some gifts that I opened prior to this exciting setup of ours.
Yes.
One of them is that evil eye thing there. There's a whole little story behind it. Maybe we'll tell it someday.
Yes. It's for protection.
From the bad juju.
For protection. Yeah. You're not getting cursed anytime soon.
Nope.
Oh, there you go.
So we had the birthday. Oh, look at what Ryan got me
Okay.
for my birthday. Okay. So look closely. Do you have your readers on?
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
It's a custom made watch and it has all of these little ghosties in there.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see it.
I don't know.
I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
So cute. I'm
That's
completely
super cute.
obsessed with it.
Oh my gosh. My birthday's in February, Ryan.
Take notes. It says here, it says like really small. It says 50 phantoms. And I was like, I'm not 50, right?
Someday you will be.
That's right.
Before you know it.
Oh my gosh. And he was like, yeah, I know. It's just the name of the book. I was like, okay,
That's
got
so cool. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
I love that.
and they glow. And yeah, I love it so much, but it looks classy.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Anyway,
it looks really cool too.
Yeah,
I love it.
So I love that. And then he and you got me some ghost hunting equipment. So can't wait to use it.
Yes. And we have some leads about where we might go. Yes.
Oh.
So we will keep you posted on that.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can you picture our live videos already?
I know. It's not my forte, all of that kind of stuff. You guys know me. I'm a scaredy cat.
It's okay. You're getting braver every day.
I am. And I will tell you, after reading about 4,000 comments about different cryptids and spooky stuff and paranormal stuff, I feel like I'm a new person.
Felice texted me. She's like, I might be believing this stuff now.
It's not that I didn't believe it before, but I don't know. I have a healthy sense of skepticism. And so I don't know. After reading all these people's personal stories, I'm like, okay, I think Bigfoot is probably out there for sure.
There's some weird stuff
there
out there.
Yes. Yeah. And if you're somebody who commented on our thing, thank you so much. That was
Woohoo.
awesome. We really
Keep 'em
appreciate that. Yeah.
coming.
All right. So we have to get busy now. We have to get to work.
Get down to business.
Yes. If you are new here, welcome to the You Two Scare Me podcast. We are just a couple of oddballs who love a good scare and a weird story.
But don't worry, we've got a healthy respect for the strange forces behind those things that go bump in the night.
We're here for the spooky stuff, but we're also here to laugh, so expect plenty of fun along the way.
And hey, the stories we share, they're true.
Well, we think they are. Probably.
They are. Each episode, we dig into creepy, mysterious topics. Ghosts, hauntings, spirits, maybe even the occasional UFO if the mood strikes only Felice.
Yes. Sometimes it happens. The catch, we don't tell each other what we've researched until we hit record, so the reactions are 100% real.
Dive into the shadows with us for this episode of the You Two Scare Me podcast.
Shall we dive in? Today, we're heading down to Galveston, Texas, a city where every breeze of the Gulf carries a whisper from the past.
Whisper.
Between devastating hurricanes, a bustling port history, and opulent turn-of-the-century mansions, Galveston has collected more than just sand and salt in its bones. It's picked up some spirits along the way, too. Grab your shopping cart because our haunted stroll starts with one of the most unexpected paranormal hotspots in the country. A Walmart.
Yeah, not what I was expecting.
I said Walmart. On Seawall Boulevard. Also, my sister's the one that told me about this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does she shop there?
Well, she doesn't live in Galveston, but
Okay.
I was asking her about, if she had any ideas, and she was like, check out this Walmart.
What can't you find at Walmart?
It's true. They do. They have everything. They have
too.
Yes, groceries and ghosts. On Seawall Boulevard, sitting innocently between the fast food joints and beach shops, is a Walmart that has an eerie reputation, one tied directly to one of the darkest days in Galveston's history, the Great Galveston Hurricane of 1900.
Oh.
The hurricane remains the deadliest natural disaster in U.S. history.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it forever altered the island, claiming over 8,000 lives and wiping out nearly a third of Galveston's buildings.
Wow.
Just across from the Walmart, right in front of the seawall, stands a Texas historical marker recognizing the site where St. Mary's Orphan Asylum once stood.
Asylum already gives me,
Yeah,
Ooh.
the goosebumps.
Yeah.
Before most of it was swept away by the 1900 hurricane. That night, at least 90 children and 10 nuns lost their lives.
Oh, poor baby.
Only 3 little boys survived.
Oh.
I know, isn't that so sad? On the day of the storm, September 8th, 1900, wind gusts exceeded 100 miles per hour. As floodwaters rose, the sisters moved all the children to the second floor of the girls' dormitory after hearing the floodwaters collapse the boys' dorm, which was older and less stable. According to legend, as they climbed the stairs, the children sang a French hymn called Queen of the Waves. In a desperate act of protection, the sisters used clothesline rope to tie the children together at the waist, but it wasn't enough. The dormitory was torn from its foundation. The roof collapsed, and nearly everyone inside was trapped beneath the wreckage.
Oh, my gosh.
Today, the site is memorialized with the Texas historical marker in the parking lot, but inside, employees and shoppers alike say the children never really left.
Oh.
Toys fall off shelves with no one nearby. Shoppers report hearing children giggling in empty aisles.
Oh.
Others have heard crying or felt small, cold hands brush against theirs as they browsed.
Oh,
I know, that actually
God.
that makes me want to cry a little bit.
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
One longtime employee, Denise Sandoval, even wrote a book about her experiences inside the store. She said that she has seen toys fall off the shelves and dolls blink on their own.
Mm-mm.
She even reported that children in the store have seen nuns and children that aren't there.
Oh, wow.
Sandoval claims that she isn't afraid of the ghost because she knows the story of the children and the nuns that lost their lives there. So, next time you're grabbing beach towels or sunscreen, maybe keep an ear out for a ghostly game of hide and seek.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, I kind of like, though, that the kids are like playing, right?
Yeah.
What a better place.
Yeah, in the toy aisle.
I mean, unless there was like Chuck E. Cheese or something. Like,
Yeah.
But you're like, there's so many toys and they change all the time. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, but that my mama heart
I know.
feels so sad hearing that.
I know. Well, also they were orphans too, so like they
poor
didn't even have
babies.
moms and dads. All right. So next, this one is like a different kind of creepy.
Oh, okay.
Next, we head to the University of Texas Medical Branch, or UTMB, one of the oldest medical centers in the state, and home to a haunting that's more bizarre than terrifying.
Bizarre.
Bizarre. Locals call it the face.
I don't know if I like this.
The face. On the western wall of Ewing Hall, a stain began appearing sometime in the 1980s, and every time the university tried to remove it, scrubbing, painting over it, power washing, it came back. The shape itself is hard to describe. Some say it's a man's face with hollow eyes and a sharp jaw. Others say it looks more like a skull.
Oh, I feel like I've heard, if not this exact story, something similar.
Really?
It's so spooky.
It's
Okay,
creepy,
good.
yeah. What makes the UTMB Galveston face so unsettling is its eerie tendency to move.
What?
When the image first appeared, it was on the 4th concrete block from the ground. Hoping to stop the growing crowds of curious onlookers, the university sandblasted it away. But not for long. The face soon reappeared on the block just beneath its original spot. A second sandblasting followed, but this time the face returned again, this time even lower, settling into its current position. Some say the school refuses to remove it a third time, fearing that if it's disturbed again, the face might move into the doorway just beneath it and find its way inside.
Oh my gosh. I was expecting it to like move up to the corner, like,
Yeah.
can't touch me.
No, it's like... Legend has it that the land UTMB stands on once belonged to a farmer who was furious when his family sold the property to the state. The theory? He's still making his displeasure known in stain form.
It's like, screw you.
Another theory claims the mysterious face belongs to William A. Bigfoot Wallace.
Oh.
Yeah, a legendary Texas Ranger who once owned land on Galveston Island. According to local lore, a land dispute may have prevented him from profiting off of the property. According to Galveston Ghost, veterans of the Texas Revolution were promised land grants in the newly independent republic, and that included Bigfoot Wallace. He was reportedly set to receive a tract on Galveston Island. However, the Texas government was reluctant to part with the land, sparking a lengthy legal battle between Wallace and the state.
Oh. Bigfoot.
In this version of the story, the deed to Bigfoot's land was quietly tucked away in the depths of the Nueces County Courthouse in Corpus Christi, where some say it still sits forgotten and unresolved.
Forgotten.
Yeah. No historical records show evidence of anyone other than the government owning the land where the university now stands. The building itself isn't open to ghost hunters or curiosity seekers. It's part of the active hospital campus. But you can catch a glimpse from some of the harbor tours if you ask your captain nicely. So you can't see it from the road or campus or anything. Like you can only see it from the water. Don't stare too long. People say the face stares back. I think I have a picture.
Stop.
Let me see. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, I hope you do.
I have a bunch. Well, there's the orphan.
Oh, babies.
That's Bigfoot Wallace. You want to describe him?
Yeah. He's got a stare. He doesn't look like a happy man.
No, he looks a little like a curmudgeon.
He's a cranky kind of guy. He's also got like a little like.
Yeah, he's wearing his hat and his his
but
rifle.
Like, he's got a little like he's a little.
A little sassy.
Yeah. He's like, take the picture already.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's see. Oh, there it is. You see? It looks kind of like Frankenstein, like two eyes, a nose.
Like the straight mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait, scroll back up to him.
Oh, yeah. He has that
He
flat mouth.
does. He does have that. He has a straight line mouth. He has also like a prominent brow.
He looks
And-
like Ernie from Bert and Ernie. I think, and that same amount of grumpiness. If Ernie was a Texas Ranger. You can see these photos on our website if you're curious.
Yeah, check out Bigfoot and the face.
But the face looks a little Frankenstein-y too, don't you think?
It does. I'm like,
see, like there's the forehead, eye, nose.
I mean,
straight mouth, chin.
I see it, but I'm also
it might be a
like,
stretch.
I'm also like, who was looking at that and was like,
but if it's moving and it's the same thing every time,
if it's the
is
same
pretty
thing,
creepy.
That's super spooky.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy. Okay, hold on. Let me find my spot again.
What is that called? That humans do, like they see a pattern and they immediately assign it, like
well, it's like confirmation bias in a way, like you see what you want to see.
But more so like if you see a pattern in like leaves or trees or bark or this or that, you assign it a face. It's there's a name for it, and it is, totally a human thing to do.
I could see
anyway.
That. Okay, now let's talk about a Galveston icon, the Grand Galvez Hotel. Opened in 1911, it was meant to revive tourism after the city was nearly wiped off the map in the 1900 hurricane. With its Spanish colonial revival architecture, sweeping Gulf views, and grand ballrooms, it became known as the Playground of the South.
Yes. I want to go.
While the 1900 hurricane remains the deadliest natural disaster in U.S. history, the 1915 storm that hit Galveston was actually stronger. Thanks to the newly built seawall and other protections, the damage was less severe, but still deadly, with 275 lives lost.
Wow.
So still sad, but better than 8,000.
That's crazy. I didn't know that was the worst disaster.
I didn't know that either. Legend says that as the storm approached, guests of the Galvez popped champagne and danced through the night, possibly hosting one of the first ever hurricane parties.
Woo-hoo! Heck yeah!
We love a hurricane party.
Get those snacks.
After W.L. Moody Jr. purchased the Galvez in 1940, the hotel took on a new role during World War II as a 5-star base of operations for the U.S. Coast Guard. They have everything awesome.
The Coast Guard always has the best stuff. They're like, this place looks great. We'll take it.
Yeah. They're like, well, they're always by the coast, so that's a perk.
I mean,
yes. For 2 years, tourist reservations were paused as the building became a strategic military facility. When it reopened to the public, the Galvez stepped into a new era, becoming a glamorous hotspot for the booming gambling scene that swept through Galveston from the 1940s into the mid-1950s.
Oh,
I didn't know that either. Over the years, the Galvez has hosted its share of high-profile guests, including several U.S. presidents. Franklin D. Roosevelt stayed in 1937. Dwight D. Eisenhower visited in 1949. Vice President Richard Nixon checked in during 1955. And Senator Lyndon B. Johnson paid a visit in 1959.
Cool.
But behind the glamour is heartbreak and hauntings.
Mm-hmm.
Let me introduce you to Audra, perhaps the most infamous and tragic spirit still lingering at the Grand Galvez. We have a little friend here with us, and this is Lola.
Hi, Lola. She too loves ghost stories.
Yes. In the mid-1950s, Audra was a 25-year-old bride-to-be, young, hopeful, full of life, and head over heels in love. Her fiancé was a mariner who came and went through the port of Galveston, leaving Audra behind during his long voyages. While he was away, she'd rent room 501 at the Galvez, waiting anxiously for his ship to return. The 5th floor.
What's going on the 5th floor,
I don't know. It's always on the 5th floor. Even at La Concha, it was the 5th floor too.
Strange
And unusual.
I was going to say that. Oh my gosh.
From room 501, conveniently located near the elevator, Audra would climb a narrow, dangerous ladder to the hotel's red-tiled rooftop. There in the west turret, she would sit for hours, keeping watch over the Gulf, hoping for a glimpse of her fiancé's ship.
Oh.
Night after night, she waited, fueled by love, devotion and a growing sense of unease. Then came the storm, a devastating one. Word reached Audra that her fiancé's ship had gone down and that no one had survived.
So sad. I hate those stories.
I know, all hands were lost. Overwhelmed by grief, she made her final climb to the rooftop. There, in the very turret which she had once waited so hopefully, she hanged herself.
Oh, Audra.
But it gets worse.
Oh.
Here's the heartbreaking twist. Her fiancé survived. He arrived in Galveston just days later, unaware of the tragedy that had unfolded in his absence.
Oh.
I know.
God, that's awful.
It is. Audra was already gone, buried, mourned, lost to the storm and her sorrow.
Oh.
Guests and staff say Audra never really left room 501. That's where her presence is felt most strongly. Visitors report sudden chills and the feeling of being watched. Doors slam without warning, lights flicker, and TVs turn on and off on their own. One housekeeper even swore she saw a strange glowing light inside the empty room. Front desk staff have struggled to make functioning key cards for 501, as if something or someone is interfering with the equipment.
That's so weird.
I know, that's crazy, right?
So weird.
Only that room. And when Audra leaves her room, she always returns to the place where she last saw the world she knew, the turret. Guests say they've seen a soft light glowing inside the west turret, especially during renovations, even when no lights should be on. Hotel staff have investigated, but no source for the mysterious glow has ever been found.
Wow.
Some say that Sister Catherine, who was one of the nuns from St. Mary's Orphans Asylum, as well as some of the children, also haunt the hotel. The bodies of the nuns and the children were reportedly buried where they were discovered, and some think that the Hotel Galvez stands above their mass grave.
Oh. So wait, is it by the Walmart?
Yeah, I think it's like they're right near each other.
Okay.
Children are heard running and laughing, and there have been reports of a ghostly girl in 19th century clothing bouncing a ball.
That's a little spooky.
Yeah, that's scary. There have been reports of people smelling the scent of perfume in empty rooms and even a phantom bellhop who disappears when you turn around. The Galvez has embraced its ghosts. They have a whole section on their website committed to their own haunted history tours, and every Halloween, the place becomes a hub for ghost hunters hoping to catch a glimpse of Galveston's most glamorous spirit.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like that too.
I really like when places don't shy away from
Yeah.
the paranormal things that people experience.
Yeah. And also, you might as well use it. Make
Yeah.
it up. A little further inland, we find Ashton Villa, an elaborate 3-story mansion built in 1859 by James Brown, one of Texas's wealthiest men. The home is a gorgeous example of Italianate architecture, made of brick and iron and spared by the 1900 hurricane thanks to its sturdy construction.
Oh.
It's also an essential part of Texas history. This is where General Gordon Granger is believed to have announced General Order Number 3, proclaiming the freedom of enslaved people in Texas on June 19th, 1865, Juneteenth.
Oh,
Isn't that interesting?
That is.
But while the living come to celebrate, the dead don't seem to have left. Ashton Villa is said to be haunted by the Brown sisters, particularly Betty, a fiercely independent woman and artist who never married. Love those ladies.
Yeah, Betty.
A choice that raised eyebrows among Galveston's elite, but seemed to suit her just fine. She traveled the world, collecting art, furnishings, and clothing, and brought them back to Ashton Villa. Many of these items are still displayed in the house today. Her boldness extended beyond her lifestyle. She was also an early supporter of women's rights and was known for her strong opinions, quick wit, and sense of style. In fact, she often wore pants.
The nerve.
Something highly unusual and borderline scandalous for a woman of her time.
When was that?
18, let's see. Well, I'm not sure when they were there. It was after Juneteenth, 1865. I'm not sure what the year was for her.
Wow, Betty.
Yeah,
You
Betty.
rebel.
She was wearing pants in the family.
My mom, so sorry, side note.
No, do it, yeah.
My mom was a teacher, and and has since retired. But when she first started teaching, it was like the 70s, and she wore pants to school. She was the first one to wear pants, and it was a
Ooh.
whole thing. So you go, Patty.
Yeah, Patty.
Patty
Get
and
it.
Betty.
I
you
love that.
Rebel rousers.
Heck yeah. I love that. So, guests have seen Betty's apparition gliding down the staircase or passing by a second-story window. Lights flicker, doors slam on their own, and cold spots linger in certain rooms. One piano plays by itself. No one in the family played, but people suspect it's Betty's sister, Tilly, making herself known.
Tilly, what song are you playing?
I don't know.
Deep in the heart.
He's like, the stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. During public tours and private events, staff have reported feeling watched, and some have even seen a woman in Victorian dress disappear around corners.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm. Some visitors also claim to see Betty's portrait momentarily shift expressions or feel sudden, intense chills while standing near it. Whether or not that's just psychological suggestion, it's hard to ignore the number of reports from unrelated sources.
That's cool. It's like the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. Despite all the paranormal talk, Betty Brown is often described as a playful or protective spirit rather than a menacing one. Her lingering presence seems more tied to her deep love for her home and legacy rather than any unfinished business. Ashton Villa is a place where history is very much alive, and so are the spirits that made it.
That's awesome.
I know. I love that one.
Yeah, I want to go there.
Cool. Me too. I know we should take a trip to Galveston. That would be awesome.
Road trip.
All right. Finally, we end our ghost tour at the Moody Mansion. Built in 1895, it's a 2,800 square foot time capsule of Victorian wealth and splendor. The mansion was purchased by W.L. Moody Jr. I feel like all these people have two initial names. Like this is like the second or third one, I think.
Is that a Texas thing?
I don't know.
What can we call you?
I don't have that many initials, unfortunately.
We'll add a few in there.
So it was purchased by W.L. Moody Jr. after the 1900 storm, and the Moody family lived there for generations. Now a museum, the house still contains original furnishings, artwork, and, if you believe the stories, a few lingering members of the family.
Lingering.
Staff and visitors have reported hearing footsteps on the grand staircases when no one's there and doors that open or close by themselves. The grand piano in the music room is known to play a few soft notes, unprompted, usually when the house is otherwise quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Some report cold spots near portraits or even the sense that someone is standing right behind them. But one of the eeriest encounters came from a night security guard who reported seeing a woman in period clothing glide down the central hallway and vanish through a closed door.
Ooh.
So, whether it's a restless bride pacing the halls of the Grand Galvez, a face that refuses to fade at UTMB, the ghostly echoes of children in the aisles of a beachside Walmart, the commanding presence of Betty Brown watching over Ashton Villa, or the soft footsteps trailing through the Moody Mansion after dark, Galveston is a city where history doesn't stay buried. Its past is layered, storm-washed, and unforgettable. And if the stories are to be believed, the spirits here aren't just legends, they're locals.
Oh, I love it.
I think Galveston is kind of like Key West. Like, I feel like they have sort of
that
the
vibe.
same kind of vibe, the same kind of seafaring history that we do, and military history too.
It's when you were reading some of that, it kind of, at least I was picturing in my mind some of the places around here, kind of.
Yeah, like
know?
the old Victorian houses and things like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Felice. I learned so much about Galveston.
I'm so glad.
Okay, well, it is time for Somebody Told Me. This story comes to us from a friend of a friend. So this is what we're always talking about. Like, tell your friends about our podcast.
Yes. Tell your friends to tell your friends. That's what happened.
Yeah. And then here's what happened. And now, lo and behold, we have this email. Here we go. This Somebody Told Me comes to us from Sarah, who is a friend of Leah, who has written into us before.
Yes.
So thanks, Leah, for doing what we're always telling everybody to do, which is tell a friend and then tell another friend and tell everybody you know.
I feel
And
like
now-
Leah is, she's like a partial producer of our podcast.
at this point, yeah. At this point, you know, Leah's like, do you need more stories? Because we're like, just keep them coming.
Yep. Yep.
Also, thanks for just, repping us so
Yes,
hard, Leah.
I love that.
You know what? We need to like send her something.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll send her a little merch, something.
Something. Okay. So this is from Sarah. Hi. Thank you so much for sharing our stories, Leah, and for including me in this too. Andy and Felice, your podcast is so fun.
Yay. That's what we're going for.
I'm so glad Leah introduced me to it, and I've already listened to quite a few episodes. Here's just a further deep dive into the stories from the house I grew up in, including one that was really the first thing my dad encountered. This is lengthy, sorry, but I definitely wanted to include as many details as I could remember. Hopefully that helps.
Okay.
I don't mind like these
We're
stories.
ready. Yeah.
Our second floor definitely had a really, really strange feel to it. I hated being up there alone and would do everything in my power to not have to go retrieve something from my bedroom or another room on the second floor unless one of my parents or brothers was with me. However, both my room and the room my brothers shared were eventually up there, as well as a TV area, a computer area, and a bathroom. So we did spend quite a bit of time up there anyway. But sometimes it was just so unsettling. And the feeling wasn't always that heavy and weird, but sometimes they were way more intense than others. The house was built in the 1920s, and my parents moved in right before I was born in the mid-80s. My dad totally gutted the upstairs to make it way more livable. At one point, it was an apartment, separate from the first floor of the house, that some college kids rented out in the 60s and 70s. He did an amazing job, and it felt whole from the work he had done on his end, if that makes sense. But still, something up there was just off. My middle brother suffered from night terrors pretty frequently and woke up sobbing a few times because something would tickle him awake.
Oh, that's inappropriate.
And then there was the breathing part that Leah mentioned. It was so weird. I would be laying in my bed and I would hear someone breathing heavily. This is not an isolated incident. I would hear someone breathing heavily near my bed, or at least within my room. That
is so scary.
So scary.
Oh my gosh. I'm just imagining like being frozen in your bed and just putting the covers over your head.
And you're just hearing
if
that?
you're a kid.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That sounds so scary.
I would have to tell myself it was one of my brothers sleeping and breathing loudly from their room just to force myself to go back to sleep. There is no way that was possible, as their room was on the opposite side of the house on that floor. My brother Nick, the one who suffered from night terrors, also told me he used to hear people talking in our basement. So, our basement was the same size as the main floor of the house, and one part of it had a big room with a pool table, pinball machine, air hockey table, etc.
That sounds awesome.
I know, right?
That's like the house you want to go to as a kid.
Like, I feel like when I was growing up, I would see that on like movies and be like, yes, this is amazing.
Yes.
Wow. Sarah, so jealous.
Yeah. I mean, not about the heavy breathing ghost, but
just
the pool table,
the pinball machine, air hockey. She says, not like a finished basement you would see these days, but a cement floor and wood paneling that was perfect for a bunch of young kids to just play games and rollerblade around all day.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
So fun. On the main floor, there was a bathroom that had a vent that went directly down to the basement. So if you're in the bathroom, you could hear the washing machine or dryer running. Or if someone was down there messing around, you could probably hear them. Nick said that while he was using that bathroom, on more than one occasion, he could hear adult men playing pool in our basement through the vent.
What?
So I have the hairs on the back of my neck are standing up.
Oh my gosh.
He would go down to see if my dad had friends over and they were just hanging out, but no one was ever there. And on a separate note of hearing things that weren't there, I remember running downstairs one day because I had heard my grandmother talking and I was so excited she'd come to our house to surprise us because she lived an hour away. But she wasn't there. I looked everywhere for her, even outside, and when I didn't see her car in our driveway, I called her house just to make sure. And sure enough, she answered. An hour away.
Oh.
She was not at our house.
Whoa.
So then that's like a mimic.
Yeah, that's so scary.
Oh no. Okay.
That's really scary.
Other small things always happened. Like my youngest brother Andrew would see his little Hot Wheels cars fly off of his dresser where he had them neatly arranged. Oh, just a little thing.
Oh.
He didn't tell me this until a few years ago and said he would always let it happen once or twice before he was just like, nope, I'm out of here, and run downstairs.
Oh, poor buddy.
I know. I'm picturing
That's so scary.
I'm picturing my son.
Yeah.
Like just being like watching them and be like, no, my cars. Oh,
oh my gosh.
oh my. We eventually nicknamed our ghost Billy because we all kind of knew it was there, but it felt a little better to give it a name that didn't seem threatening.
Okay.
Billy. One summer, after I had already gone to college and didn't have to really deal with Billy anymore, my dad was upstairs working on the air conditioner window unit. He said he kept hearing something knock on the outside of the house, but found that to be so weird because he was on the second floor. It kind of stopped, so he said, Billy, is that you? If it is, go ahead and knock again. And it did. It knocked directly outside of the house on the second floor after my dad asked it to.
Oh my gosh. That is, I would fall off the ladder. Right?
Right?
That's terrifying.
I'm pretty sure he said something along the lines of, okay, thanks for responding. I really don't think I need your help today, so I'm going to go ahead and go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Like, what a dad response, right?
Yeah. Wow.
And he just packed up his tools and went downstairs so he didn't have to interact any further. He's a pretty calm, relaxed guy and just handles situations that way.
He's like, all right, well, you got this, Billy.
Oh, well. He's like, couldn't fix the AC, honey. Sorry.
Wow.
But I don't think Billy was the only one in that house. When I was really young, probably 2 or 3 years old, and this is the first story my dad has, I think the first really significant encounter he had with the house. My dad and I were up on our second floor watching TV while he was getting me ready to take a bath. My mom had gone to the grocery store, so just the two of us were home. As we're sitting up there, we both heard a woman's voice calling my name from the bottom of the stairs on the first floor. She said, Sarah, Sarah, a couple of times in a quiet, calm voice.
Oh my gosh.
I got full chills. My dad, assuming it was my mom calling to me, sent me down to the first floor to go see what she wanted.
Dad.
After a few minutes, I came back upstairs and told him that Mom wasn't there. He said, oh, she's probably just playing a trick on us. Not something my mom would do. He came downstairs with me, but everything was dark, and it certainly didn't look like my mom was home. We walked towards the back of the house where the driveway was, and the gate at the end of the driveway was shut, indicating that she had left and closed it so the dog couldn't get out of the yard. Our motion light was also off, indicating she'd been gone for a while at this point. My dad obviously freaked out just a little. And we both went back upstairs while he tried to make sense of what had happened. He asked my mom about it once she got home, and of course, she had been gone the entire time.
Oh my gosh.
This mimic is freaking me out.
Yeah.
Like, that's 2 times now with, like,
and for it to get 2 people at once.
Yeah.
You know, like they both heard it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really scary.
Well, we're not done yet.
But wait, there's more.
The police incident was pretty wild too.
Okay. I can't wait. Okay.
My parents' room at the time was on the second floor at the back of the house, but all 5 of us were sleeping in rooms up there at that point. We had an outdoor pool that we loved, and my dad, being the handyman that he is, decided to build us an awesome deck around the pool so it was easier for us to hang out around it. This dad is awesome.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love their house, except for the ghosty part.
I mean, there's that little detail. He had been working on this project for a few days, and that particular day, he had accidentally cut through our phone line while digging into the yard.
Oops.
I remember my brothers and I being kind of sad because we couldn't call any of our friends and had no idea if they were calling us. Pre-cell phone days.
Yeah. Okay, kids, listen up. Phones used to have cords.
What?
Yep. To the house and also to the wall. And
Yeah. And then if you're really lucky, you had the like really long cord that
Oh,
you could
yeah. And you could like twirl it around your finger.
Mhm.
It was the best. Those were the days you're missing it. And you could hang it up really hard.
Yeah,
if you're really mad, you could be like, hang it up. And it made a cool noise. Like you just don't get that satisfaction from the cell phone.
No. Also, you could listen in on your siblings' conversations.
Oh, yeah. That was the best.
That night, we had a pretty bad storm. In the middle of the night during the storm, my dad woke up to someone banging on our back door and a spotlight shining into the windows of the back of the house. He ran down the stairs to the back door and opened it to 2 police officers standing on our back deck. They demanded to see my mom and said that their reason for being there was because they had received a phone call from our house from a woman who was in trouble.
Ooh.
My mom came downstairs to prove that she was fine.
And the dad is like, oh no, everything's fine. We just cut the phone. we just accidentally cut the phone line. Nothing suspicious here.
Nothing to see here, guys. My mom came downstairs to prove that she was fine. Then the police asked if anyone else was in the house that could have made the call. After my dad told them that no one else was in the house, he remembered the incident from earlier in the day. He looked at them and said, "There's actually no way anyone could have called you, officers. I cut through the phone line today, so we can't make or receive phone calls."
Oh my gosh.
This is really, really freaky. He brought the officers inside to let them pick up the phone and prove it was totally dead. I think they were bewildered because they had definitely traced the call, and it came from inside our house.
The call is coming from inside the house.
Oh, what is that? What's that?
Was
story?
It from Scream?
Well, but there's an old, like
an old ghost story.
Yeah. Okay. They were adamant it had come from inside our house. Those last 2 stories are the big ones I've always known about, and the knocking on the outside of the upstairs window was a story my dad shared with me more recently. Neither he nor my mom are spooky people at all, but he will recognize something for what it is. It's hard to explain away all these incidents, so they're obviously stuck with all of us since living there. My parents unfortunately moved out of that house about 6 years ago. And while he keeps in touch with the young couple that bought it, he's never heard them mention any spooky stuff happening there. I'm sure I could ask my brothers for more stories, but I think we all just didn't want to deal with it while we were there and tried to just ignore it and hope it wouldn't bother us too much.
I'm sure that when things are happening like so regularly, you, in order to just survive and be normal and sane, you probably have to kind of do that, like compartmentalize a little bit and be like, well, it's not hurting us.
Yeah.
So let's just
or
ignore
explain
it.
it away
Yeah.
or whatever. Mm-hmm. None of us have had any spooky experiences since leaving that house, so I think it definitely is something that stayed there. Hopefully, these are kind of interesting stories to share.
I'll say. Dang.
Kind of. And if you have any questions at all or want to get my dad's take on everything, just let me know.
Ooh.
I'm sure he'd be more than willing to contribute. And thank you, Leah, for including our stories. Love you. Sarah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Sarah. And yeah, we'd love to hear from your dad.
What? Sarah, those were more than kind of interesting.
Yeah. Hope this is a cool story. It was really cool.
Every story, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so spooky. There can't be a spookier one. And then it's spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I think the phone line one is, you could make a scary movie about that one.
Oh my gosh. Those were amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sending that in.
Yeah. And thank you so much for listening to and downloading this episode of the You Two Scare Me podcast. Have you checked out our website, you2scareme.com? You can find blog posts about our episodes, some sweet photos of us looking glamorous and ghosty.
We do look very glamorous in our photos.
Oh, we do.
Yes.
And links to buy some of our sweet merch.
Ghost stories are meant to be shared. Send this one to your spooky crew.
You can also help us by rating and reviewing us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, Amazon, and wherever you get your podcasts. It's most helpful to us when our listeners download the episodes.
Don't forget to check out our social media. Find us on Instagram at you2scareme_podcast or on our Facebook page, You2Scare Me. You can even follow us on TikTok. Check out, see if we've made our 1 million views yet.
Felisa's
on that one
rocking.
video. Yeah. Just search You Two Scare Me Podcast, no spaces.
Remember to send us your own spooky stories for our Somebody Told Me segment at you2scaremepodcast@gmail.com. That's YOUTWO scare me podcast@gmail.com.
Thanks for wandering through the shadows with us.
Until next time, stay curious and beware what lurks beyond the light.